Hi guys, and welcome back to episode 20 of the Raid series. In the previous episode, we tried getting Killa on interchange, couldn't find him. Then we jumped across to a nighttime factory raid and got to Killa. And then we hit up Shoreline looking to get Sanitar. This episode, we're going to go back into Shoreline, try and get Sanitar. And yeah, we'll see how we go from there. So without further ado, let's crack straight into it. All right, so now I would like to just do something very cheeky and quick. I'm going to do a factory scav run. We still have the operational task to get the D-size batteries. I thought, hey, we could just get in there and try and grab them real quick and take advantage of our factory scav runs just to keep topping up that cash flow. I really do want to continue on going fairly well geared and using a lot of BP ammo. And say, for example, I buy 600 rounds of BP. That's going to cost us 1,000,000 rubles. So, you know, that's pretty much 4 loadouts of BP ammo. It's going to be 1,000,000 rubles. So I just want to make sure we've got plenty of cash coming in. So I'll be doing a scav run probably once or twice an episode, just for now, just until we get back up to 10 million. All right, so we're in. It's a cute little gun. Wow, this is super early. It's a place scav. Holy shit. Come on. D-bats, let's go. Oh, actually, we're not going to D-bats in the med crate. Some good meds though. He's shooting up in the office area, so probably avoid that for now. It's a nice suppressor there. The PRS ammo is trash. Filter. I did daily to get filters, and I swear to God, I could not get them for the life of me. I was on my main account. We could just leave. Uh-oh. More playing scouts by the sounds of it. Not the guy that made the noise, but the one on the metal. See that? Didn't loot it. Cool. Don't know what's going up upstairs. Spawn a D-bat. Got it. Cool. I think been in there about 6 minutes. Where was that shooting? Main extract. So you can get a run through as a scav, just so you guys know. Come on, if I find a body, I could touch it and get out. Otherwise, we need to wait another 57 seconds. There was 100% shooting over this side. To find the bodies. Bathroom, maybe? Doors open over there. That Scav's picked up a gun. This player, Scav's got a gun. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Piece of shit player, Scav. Where are the toes? Oh, maybe a 133. Man, they're both D-bats. What a sack. What an absolute sack. Oh, well. You know, these things happen. Oh, at least we got the death out of the way on the Scav Rider, not on the main. Or at least let's hope so. All right, let's get into our next raid. So we have ammo. We'll top that up with some more BP. We're going to our shoreline run. We're going to try our best to get old mate Sanitar and hopefully have a bit of success. So let's do it. All right, we're in. Literally the worst spawn for this. I'm going to cut across. Try and get to pier without getting slotted from the left-hand side. But that always looks like a player. I'll go around the back of this. Oh, man. I hate this because we've got all the players on our left-hand side right now, and they'll be running directly towards us, so... There's also a spawn on the other side of this rock. Just in here. Alright. Might be through the dangerous part. Maybe. I'm actually going to cross over a power station, I think. I'm itchy. If I cross over a power station, then I can maybe hit pier from the top bit. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I won't. So what will happen here is you'll have players running along the coastline like we did on the previous episode. And then they'll stop up ahead. Can't see snipers step up. I don't see any movement down there. I'm not going to go down into it. But I'm going to go have a look. So my objective here is I'll get to the corner and then I'm going to look down the road. If the road looks... I can't see anyone coming from that way. I'm going to try and move forward. I want to try and keep my stamina pretty much at full when I do this run. Didn't see anyone. All right, we're going to move north to. We're not going to mess about with this. Chop to this car. Hard to tell if he's there. Can be inside. Alright, we'll just do the saves and then get out. cheeky bronze line. Not heavy at all. Fighting him down here is always so risky. Like, even if he is here, you can get trapped down here and then you got to fight all the players trying to get out. Right, we're not going to go along the that side, just because I feel like there's too much of a risk of someone being up there, and instead we're going to go on the low ground here and then cut across up onto the hill. The biggest risk here is someone saw us coming out of that pier area, and then they'll be waiting on the hill to slot us as soon as we stick our head up, which is generally what I do when I'm trying to do shooter born in heaven. I hang out over this side a fair bit. You can actually make it quite hard for them because you just stay in this low ground. And then you pretty much have to go up here, but the good thing is you're under 100 meters. So if they're doing their shooter born in heaven, now they've lost their opportunity. You stuffed around their day a little bit at least. And we'll probably walk for a bit here, get our stamina back up. Very common to find players around here, so just be careful with that. Either coming across from cottages or just running straight there from spawn. That sounds more like resort than power station, but it's still a little bit away, which is okay. Run across the open field a bit until I'm up closer to this rock line and tree line, so I've got more cover. And they can spawn in this section here. That could be a scav. Pretty sure that'll be a scav. So our main objective, guys, is obviously to kill the scav bosses, and in the process of doing that, we do not want to get heavily involved in player interaction. Like if we can avoid players, we'll avoid them at all costs. I probably shouldn't have gone out into the pier then. It was a big risk. I just wanted to make sure he definitely wasn't there. Because he's normally on the outside. I've very rarely seen him on the inside. He always starts on the outside, I should say. A lot of players skip cottages now and go straight up to the resort. We're going to take... Players will go village to get their the hidden stashes and the jackets, but they just skip the cottages. It's actually quite amazing how often that happens. We'll just capitalize on making money from it. Bitcoin is 50k. Clock. Yep. Clock. Another 45k for the clock. Flash drive, another 45k. And we're looking for Sanitar down here. can spawn up the top here, so just be careful coming up the staircase. I have seen him inside here. If I had a lot more cash flow, say I was on like 20, 30 million, there is no way I would even bother stopping to loot. I would literally just be going straight out. But literally our loadouts kind of cost about $1 million each. And particularly once we go into PvP mode, which I'm hoping to film that. I'm hoping to get through these scav bosses pretty quick. And if we can get into PvP mode, we're going to be going for that pretty much. We go straight away. I don't have any plans to farm any more money before going for it. It's going to be really important that we make sure we capitalize on our loot when we do kill players, though. That shot was probably power station. Odd states that we should find Sanitar within 6 raids if we checked Killa and cottages. So this is what our second. Hopefully within the next 4 we'll get him. I did 20 runs of shoreline without seeing him once. That's not what we want today. I'll probably do one more shoreline run. And if we don't find him on shoreline, I might do like a killer run or something. Just to mix it up. Less likely that an extra camp is camping here. If Scav's standing here. All right. Cheeky little run there. Would have been nice to get Sanitar, but wasn't around to get him. Pathing was very straightforward. We spawned kind of fairly close to the resort then, which was not cool. I could have tried to check the resort to see if Sanitar was up there, but I'm not risking that. If you were going to check resort for Sanitar, you would go east wing, west wing, or west wing, east wing, depending on which side you spawn on. And you check just the bottom floor. He doesn't go up on the second floor at all, but he can run across to the admin building as well, and also outside both of the east and west wing. But he would generally be inside first, and then when he activates, he'll go outside. I have seen him actually. There's like a hole in the wall on the west wing, right near the extremity, and he has been right at that hole in the wall. So just be careful of that too. 108k for the lion. How much does he sell for normally? 102. I think everything here besides the GP will sell to vendor. And the bolts. Flash drives actually have gone up. 3 flash drives now is a dog tag case, so people are actually. I think this is worth more than the vendor price. Oh, I busted it. All right, I gotta reopen my game. All right, game's reopened. Cool, let's redo this. We're gonna have to fence that one as well. Cool. And get that. And then let's go back in and I only shot 1 bullet. Go get Mr. Sani. This is the one I can fill him with jelly. All right, back into shoreline we go. Really want to get Mr. Sanitar in this one. See, I don't mind this spawn because the only people we have to worry about is the guy that spawns behind the blue fence up ahead, really. There's this guy that spawns up on top of the hill there, but I think he's not a big threat. Blue fence boy on the I don't know what you call it, the salvage yard. He's probably our biggest threat, and he's the only really one that's going to be in between us and the pier. I try and run this way as quickly as possible, so then that way I can see him as he comes across the road. If we had max strength and endurance, which, you know, people that have been playing the whole wipe would have by now, then literally you can catch the Sky Guard nearly every time. So he spawns behind here, just about there. Near that opening. You walk along here, and you can, if you sprinted straight across to where I am, you'll see them running left to right. Generally, they run straight up to the resort, or they'll run towards the pier. The next spot you'll see them also is that they'll generally stop. Is right up here looting this hidden stash. Sometimes I'll stop here for that hidden stash as well, depending on what they're doing. Or they run straight for resort, hidden stash, resort, or they'll go straight to pier. All right. A little bit of running simulator for the next little bit. Really wish, even if we just got to see him, it'd just be nice to have a bit of a frolic with him, you know. Can't see any legs there, unfortunately. This is why I wanted the voodoo. The voodoo is such a good sight for this. Just be careful of players sitting up on top of these rocks as well. If you do get shot at, like you hear the bullets hit the ground, but you don't know where they're getting shot at from, 90% of the time that's where it is. I'll be up there. So what I would suggest is you run down to the left on the low ground, and then you come up at a random spot and have a bit of a scan. Sometimes you'll get a cheeky 100-meter headshot doing that. Alright, so if that guy was running straight up to here, he'd be up at that rocks by now, or he would already probably push down into here. Having a quick look. Unlikely that Sanitar's in there. We might just skip going in now. And instead we'll go... Instead, we'll go across here. Quick look. Can't see anyone. Ooh. So that was up at the radar, most likely. And we're going to push along the bottom here. Big fight going on down there. Jeez, they just don't, they don't get over it. All right, that's Sniper Scout 2. Someone using an M700 over at power station. This is all the kind of stuff you kind of want to just start getting in your brain. Like, what are you hearing? Where is it? Obviously, the grenades going off, we have no idea how many there are, etc. But oh, that's down at tunnels too. Actually, sounded like an MDR shooting. I reckon I could get this player. There he is. Went through there. We're heading up top of this. You baiting? Second guy. There's two guys fighting each other. Just took out sniper scav. Where'd he go? Just disappeared inside here. He must have killed the guy. My only thought is he killed the guy and he's looting him. Oh. It's not our objective today, so probably would have had a pretty good opportunity to take him out if we wanted to stick around longer, but I don't want to lose this kill streak on killing the scab boss, so that's more shots of tunnel. That's pretty much in line with tunnel. I don't like the sound of that. It means it's a very high chance that someone's extra camping tunnel. All right, we're going to check the cottages while we're here. So Sanitar wasn't in this section here, which I want to make sure I check. I heard footsteps on wood. I definitely heard footsteps here. Worried about a grenade coming up. open this door? We can. Doesn't look like he's here. He's here. Wait, that could be a minion. Looked like he had a gazelle on with armor. With a helmet. I'm just going to do this just for safety. I think that was the scav I saw. I wouldn't have pushed through like that if I didn't think it was the same scav. All right. Now we're going to worry about all that shooting that was down here. I honestly think there's someone either extract camping or farming scavs down at the tunnel and scav island. So very, very high alert for this next bit. So for people that are like probably been watching this and they're like, wow, he doesn't run into many players. And the reason for that, I'll be honest and open, my servers are a little bit quieter at times, but I always film on, like I'm filming on a Sunday afternoon right now. Like this is a busy time. But so if you watch my live stream, that happens from time to time. But when I film this, I always try and film during peak hours. So you guys get the most authentic experience I can give you. But I've also become pretty much, if I was good at something in Tarkov, it would be learning how players play. Like I understand the majority of people's pathing in this game and when they do what and how they do it. And learning this kind of information, this game knowledge, like when a shot happens, what kind of gun it was, where they shot it from, what they probably are shooting at. All that kind of stuff gives you a lot of information. Told you there was an extra camper. What did I fucking say? I can't believe I missed that shot though. Gives you the information to get like a picture in your mind of what you should expect. And for that reason, I can either avoid players completely or reduce the times I run into them. That guy would not want to be peeking us now. He'd be like, fuck. I see him. Damn it. Rocket in the way. My muzzle clearance wasn't enough. Would have loved to fuck up that guy's day. We killed that guy. I did hit him. So yeah, there is a reasoning why I don't run into players as much, and I think you guys can learn it too. It's not too difficult. It's just a practice method of constantly listening to the surroundings, paying attention to what time of the map it is, how long people have been in there, you know, where people would be in relation to when they spawned, to how far they would have gotten. So like example, at the very start of that map, I was like, all right, so there's a guy at the blue fence that would be pushing up. He'd either doing one of three things: going to pier, looting the hidden stashes on the way to resort, or potentially just hidden stashes in general, or going to the resort. So from that, I can tell, there's going to be a player there directly running up the road, or there's going to be a guy looting the stashes right in front of me, or he's already long gone past where I could see because of my strength and endurance. So learning that kind of stuff really helps you avoid getting surprise attacks from people. There's always going to be people like that are just going to, ruin your day by just jumping you and you're just doing stuff you don't expect. Doing the most random stuff you can do is actually going to be the highest chance of, doing stuff out of the ordinary is going to be the highest chance for you to survive. So taking paths that aren't the common paths that people take, moving faster than the general flow of play. So sprinting at the very start of the raid to an area that people wouldn't normally sprint to, and then you'll get people off guard as they're moving through those paths. So an example is how people run straight to the dorms, right? Well, if you've got the closest spawn to dorms, instead of running straight to the dorms, run straight to a spot that goes just off that fastest path to dorms, and then wait for people to run through that fastest path, and you'll be able to kill them and ambush them as they go past. Like that kind of stuff will not only increase your survival rate, but also really help with taking out players and avoiding fights that you don't want to take on. Also, map knowledge, knowing ways around maps to avoid if you do get shot at, how to get away, and not knowing. Like me knowing I could go on that low ground, come back up, hit the left, and I saw him up there, and that's why I slid behind the car when he took the shot. That kind of stuff really does help out too. All right, so now from here, we have time to do. Look, it's going to go well over time if we do another raid, but I think I want to do it anyway. I'm going to go with Prepper with that. I'm going to do an interchange just because it's a little bit faster pathing. So what I'll do is go that, and I'll take in that just in case. So that gives us another extract option, and we don't need the backpack. So we'll do a quick interchange run. I want to take in another Probital, and yeah, hopefully we'll run into Killa. Oh, actually, should we change guns? BP will get him down if we shoot him in the head enough. We could change guns too. We'll put this in here, and that goes on like that. M61, ready to go. All right, let's do this. Oh, we could change this across to the Voodoo now. All right, let's do this. A bit of food, a bit of food. All right, and we are in. Not really a great spawn for trying to get Killa. I was gonna say Killa then. Someone can spawn at the top. Someone can spawn down there. Someone can spawn on the right. My pathing for this is a little bit more risque. You know what? I'm preferring. Shouldn't distort the footage very much because we're going to be going away from greens anyway. Right. Instead of going up top, we're going to go straight underneath. And we're going to be looking for, listening for players. Players can come from here and rush straight through here as well. One thing I do like about this playthrough is I'm showing you that you can actually do a lot of this stuff. That's crap ammo. A lot of this stuff without having high highest level, highest skills. Gotta be very... Oops, I hit him. Gotta be a little bit slower and more careful, but you can make a lot of this stuff work. It is just based around knowledge and skill, really. Knowledge is the largest part, though. I swear to God, if you know your way around this game, which I'm trying to teach you guys through this and my guides, you can have a lot of success. You might not win every fight, but you still win a lot more, and if you're learning from these tricks. All right, the next spawn is up ahead. Haven't heard any RPK fire or guns that sound like Killa's. He has a PP-19 and he also has an AKMSN. An AKMS. His next spawn's on this corner. The Weber Hunter with an MP7 firing back. I'm pretty sure. It doesn't look like there's Killa down here. If he was above us, so not Killa. If he was above us, he would be shooting at those guys right now, so we don't even need to go check idea. We can just walk through here. And head this way. I'll start moving along. So I'll talk about a couple of things that you can take note with killing scav bosses. So if you're after a scav boss in particular, you should try and figure out what kind of scav boss it is. So for example, Killa has a really okay, for starters, all scav bosses have extra health, right? So a typical scav will have either 35 or 40 health. I don't know why they made it so it's 40, but some bullets don't do 40 damage, so it means you can't even one-shot some of the heads of scavs. Like 995, I think, sits on 39 damage or something, or Igornik. That's 39 damage, one of them. Anyway, I'm sure you'll correct me in the comments. But the scav bosses will have like more health, potentially up to like 60 health. So if you use a round that doesn't do 60 damage, you can't one-shot them in the head. So that's the first thing to take note of. Sanitar is really annoying with this because he also pops his stims and stuff, and it seems to just have like infinite life. That's the first thing to take note of. Second is their armor. The scav boss like Sanitar has no armor. So for him, you just got to get enough damage to put him down. Whereas Killa, you have to get through the armor and put him down. And generally the ones that don't have armor have minions. So like Glukar and Sanitar, Rashala, Sturman all have minions. Whereas Tagilla and Killa don't, because they've got good armor. So The ones that don't have good armor, you can literally just use fast firing guns with lots of damage. So SMGs work really well with them, except for the fact Rashala's minions have good armor. They have ultins and stuff, so something to take note of there. Can't believe we had an extra camper on Shoreline. What a fucking joke. I wish I killed him. But yeah, parting for that one, straightforward. We got unlucky. We've been unlucky. We haven't been getting what's that? That's like a fourth interchange run without seeing Killa in the bottom, and we've done 3 Shoreline runs without seeing Sanitar. We'll get there. I'm not worried. Might take a few episodes to get him, but we're still teaching you stuff, still showing you stuff. So yeah, got through the map, killed a couple of scavs, and just bugged out. Still listening, trying to teach you stuff about listening out for the different shots and stuff. We used 4 rounds, had 4 hits, 4 kills, 4 headshots, 4 scavs, 4 long kill streaks, and 4 assault rifle kills. And we ran 2 kilometers in 7 minutes. Wow. With all that gear on. All right. Now, we are pretty much out of time for this episode. I would do a scav run normally at the end, but we're literally pushing it right to the 1 hour mark at the moment. And I'm trying to get a few done today. So I don't want to extend them too far past the time. Which means that is it for this episode. We got a few scav kills, but we didn't get any scav losses this episode, unfortunately. But it's still part of the fun. And I'm enjoying this. This has been... I like this new format. It's not just the same as go in and do some tasks. I've done that for the last few raid series, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this format too. Let me know if you guys have got any things that we can improve on. I'll be filming a few in advance. I usually am about 2 weeks ahead. Right now I'm a week ahead, so I don't like that. I want to get back to 2 weeks at least. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you got any tips on that. We do read them. My editors and I, we go over all the criticism, constructive criticism, and try and improve the episodes where we can. I saw one of them was could you show on the map when I spawn in the closest couple of spawns that are the biggest threats? So then that way, when I do explain them, you can actually take notice of that. So I'll try and incorporate that into some of these episodes as well. I hope you guys have a safe and wonderful weekend. I've said this a few times, but if you haven't already, please do subscribe if you haven't already. It's about 40% last time I looked at people that watch these episodes aren't subscribed. It would be cool. Get a couple of, get 10 or 20,000 extra subs nice and quick. Get it up to the point where we can get that 100,000 plaque for the channel. It'll be sick. It'll be a sick Christmas present. Anyway, guys, have a safe and wonderful weekend. I'll see you guys back on Monday. And lastly, I'll see you next time.